Hey guys, so my Colourpop package finally came, so I have a Colourpop haul for you today. But first, can we talk a little bit about this makeup? I gotta tell you, when I first started on YouTube about, I don't know, 5 years ago, I was all about the cool tones, the light shades of eyeshadow, and slowly over the years I have been creeping into a completely different world of neutrals and mid-tone shades. And so when I placed this Colourpop order, I must have been reminiscing about the past, because some of the colors, actually most of the colors that I bought were cool tone and they're not neutrals. So I was really excited when I got my package, and at first I was going to use the one neutral that I bought, and then I said, nope, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna bust right into these cool tones. And I started using them, and I wasn't really enjoying what was happening on my face. And so, well, let me just show you. So I got 5 eyeshadows, and the first one that I decided that I was going to try to work with, try being the operative word, was Eye Candy. And this is a metallic pink, basically. And you can see that it's like a candy pink. And I decided I was going to use that on my lids. I put a pink base under it just to kind of try to cover up veining, discoloration, that sort of thing, so that you wouldn't be able to see that through the metallic pink. So I used Neutrogena Perfect Pink Cream eyeshadow as a base on my lids and in the crease. And then I put some of this Eye Candy pink over it. And right away I was like, oh, I do not like this. And so I thought, well, just work with it, you know? So then I took a gray shadow from my Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral palette. I used this gray shade right here in the crease, and I still didn't like the pink. And I thought, well, what if I mix some taupe in with the gray? I don't know. So I used this NYX HD blush in taupe, and I added that, like tried to make it like a transition in with the gray, and wasn't enjoying it. So I took one of those Wet n Wild makeup wipes and I tried to wipe off the pink as best I could. And then what I did was I said, all right, well, let's work with some of these other colors then. So 2 of the other shades I got with was Sugar, which is sort of, I'm gonna go with like a light teal. This is also a metallic. It's a blue. Colourpop calls it a smoky blue, but to me it's like a light teal. And I put that on the inner half of my lids. And then I put this on the outer half. This is Krinkle. So this is just a darker version of what I just showed you. So yeah, smoky light blue, smoky darker blue. Yeah. So that's what I did, and I didn't hate this as much as I did the pink, but I'm still not loving it. So then what I did was I took Bay, which I had bought in a previous Colourpop haul. It's spelled B-A-E. It's like text lingo. But anyways, I decided to put this in the crease because I felt like this coordinated sort of with those blue shades, because this is like a blue and purple duochrome. It's also metallic, but I put that in the crease, and then I went back and I put a little bit of that pink as a highlight shade instead. So that's what I did, but some of that gray and taupe is still mixed into the crease with that, so I have like a million eyeshadows on. I also put some Wet n Wild Fergie mattifying powder, which is kind of a subtle white shimmery highlight. I put some of that in with the pink, and so I've got like a million shades on my eyes. So I am not going to be listing in the description box what is on my eyes. I'll list all the other products, but I have like 15 eyeshadows on my eyes today. No, just kidding. What else did I get? I got Deck, which is a silvery deep gray, but it almost looks like it has a little bit of blue in it. Let me swatch this one for you. This is like one of those grays that leans blue. It's a cool toned deep gray, I would say. This is also a metallic. If I put that all over the lid and shear it out a little bit, that's sort of what it's gonna look like. So I don't know, we'll have to see about that. But yeah, I really got away from all the cool tone shadows, and then now that I've tried to go back to it, it's like, yeah, I am not liking thank goodness I didn't go crazy and order like a ton of cool tone shadows, because that's what I got for the cool tone shadows, those four. So 2 smoky blues, 1 light, 1 medium to dark, a pink, it's sort of like a cotton candy pink, and then the deep gray. The deep gray I think will be okay, that I can work with. And then I got 1 warm tone shade, and this is called Hanky Panky. And this is just like a typical crease color, beigey, warm beige shade. And I started looking at this and I thought, geez, this looks really familiar to me. I mean, I know most people have a ton of these kind of shades. This, by the way, is a matte finish. And I'm gonna swatch this for you. Let's see. There we go. You can see it really well right there. So I kept looking at this saying, geez, this looks so familiar to me. And I started looking through my MAC eyeshadows, and at first I was thinking this might be a dupe for Soft Brown, but no, it's definitely not. But I kept looking and looking, and what it reminds me of is Kid. And Kid is sort of on its way out at MAC. It's in the goodbye section as far as in the pan, I mean in the pot. It's in the goodbye section in the pot, but it's still listed in the regular section with the pro pans. So if you buy your eyeshadows in pro pan form, you can still get this, but in the pot form, it's in the goodbye section. So it's on its way out anyway. But this is Kid. And let me swatch this now right next to that Colourpop shadow. Of course it's not swatching good for me. So very similar color and tone, but the Colourpop actually swatches better and is just a tad bit deeper. But these are very, very close. I actually prefer the Colourpop one. The Colourpop one has a much nicer texture to it and is just easier, softer. I feel like they may have changed something at Colourpop, because I ordered a matte shadow before in one of my other orders, and it was okay, but this one here is really creamy and soft and blends like a dream, and I haven't actually used it in a look yet, but I've swatched it enough times now that I can tell that this is going to be just an amazing crease or transition color. Hanky Panky is the name of it. And I'm wondering if they've made some adjustments to their formula, because this is way creamier than the other matte shadow that I had picked up. Either that or it's just The formula is a little different from color to color, so yeah, I think this is going to be amazing, and I'm really happy that I got this. But those other shades, I don't know. The gray will probably be fine. I usually look pretty good in gray or silver shadows, but I don't know. The pink is definitely going to be a highlight shade. I will never try to use that again on my lids. It just did not look good. And then the blues, I don't know. I think I am just beyond blue eyeshadow now. I just don't enjoy using those kind of colors anymore. And I can't believe it because those were like, you know, I was all about blue and purple and like candy colored eyeshadows, but man, times have changed. And speaking of cool tones, I wanted to mention that before I forget to tell you, when I talked about this City Color product, lip product that I bought the other day and showed you, I wore it again today to remind myself to tell you that if you are somebody that is really sensitive to smells, to strong smells, you might hate this, because when you are applying this, it has the most awful smell. I'm not really sure what kind of smell it is. It doesn't smell familiar to me. It just smells awful. But once it dries, the smell goes away. So if you can tolerate it just for that couple of minutes that it takes to put the lip product on, I think this is actually a really pretty and wearable lip product. It was the first one I ever tried. It's City Color Creamy Lip Stain in the shade Flirtini. And I know that those of you that get Ipsy boxes, that this was in your Ipsy box this month, or if you haven't gotten it yet, this is going to be in your Ipsy box. I don't do any of those subscription beauty box things, but this was in there. But yeah, I love this product, but the smell is, oh, it's just awful. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that. And then I did get one more thing in my ColourPop order, but I completely forgot to use it. So I'll have to get back to you on this. I bought the lip primer. They have a lip treatment type product, and it's got like vitamin E and all those kind of good things in there. I don't know the exact ingredient list. It comes on a little piece of paper with the product in the box, but it's supposed to have, you know, a lot of good lip ingredients in there. So I figured I would try this, and it's supposed to make all the ColourPop lipsticks go on nicer, and you know, like it's a lip treatment, but it's supposed to make the lip products go on better without altering the color. Because you know how sometimes any kind of lip balm or anything like that will do that? This is supposed to not change the color of your lip products if you use this underneath. So I was kind of curious about this, and it's $5 just like the regular lippy products are. So I've got a bunch of swatches on me from something I was swatching before, and I didn't even realize it. So that's it, you guys. This has been like a really important lesson for me. Thank goodness I did not get like a humongous order of all cool tone shadows, because I realize now I just don't really love cool tones on my eyes anymore. The blues, I guess, look okay, but oh my god, you should have seen that pink. It was just awful, awful. This is definitely a highlight shade, or maybe even an inner corner if you wanted to get fancy. Yeah, that's my days of wearing pink, cotton candy pink on the lids are over. I just did not enjoy that at all. The blues, yeah, the blues are okay, I guess, but my tastes have changed. Very much so. I do have another ColourPop order coming. It's a ton of warm neutral eyeshadows that are going to get a lot of use, that I'm not going to hate. And I also ordered one of the new blushes. So we'll see. I just got one because I didn't know how I was going to like it. So we'll see about that. ColourPop is so backed up now that they haven't even processed the order, and I ordered these things quite a while ago. So the day that the cheek products were released, I placed my order. and they haven't even processed it yet. It's been like, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, something like that, since I placed this order. But it will come. It's just that when they get busy, things slow down. But I know that I will get it because I've placed like, oh my gosh, I think this was my 4th ColourPop order, so this next one that's coming I think is my 5th. So I love these products. Everything is $5. The blushes are not though. The blush was I think $8. But you know, it's a lot more product. The pan is bigger, so that doesn't surprise me. I knew the blushes weren't going to end up being $5. So that's my ColourPop haul and my life lesson, I guess, about how I just don't enjoy cool toned eyeshadows anymore. And I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.